Again, full range of motion, as we saw before. Again, monitoring her breath rate. And gently, you can see that the slightest change in the pressure here is quite a difference of intensity. Like if I go like that, huge difference in intensity. It's really near her limit there. And then I move it. So that's why it's so important with chopsticks. You got to really be sensitive. I'll just hold that, let her breathe into it. That's probably right on her 10. I'll just let her breathe into that. And then give her a rest. Again, we can see we need to let that breath catch up with what we're doing. I'm doing stuff that's not too intense now, just sort of waiting, still moving things around, but this should only be 5s and 6s or something, waiting for that breath just to catch up with what I'm doing. And also stretch her wrist up. Go right into the points of the wrist here. Now, as her breath calms down, I can come back to this finger. Oops. And it is very tight. We'll have to get her to do a bit of a plug for Raynor massage if she wins the
I'll tell you what, I will
Olympics.
be.
I worked on that.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Not gonna want your husband to.
I know, this is my secret.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a secret, can't tell you. Can't tell you at all.
Oh, I just didn't
Ooh. All right, now we'll do this side, which I'm also expecting to be pretty tight. So yeah, really crunchy through here. So I'm presuming if I go slightly deeper here, I'm going to hit some crunchiness here. And the reason I'm able to move the chopstick now, instead of staying in one spot like I was at first, is because she's got that slight cold sweat there. Not much, but enough to make it that it's not aggravating her skin when I move it. I find this in all, most people's toes and fingers, this, as it sort of curves around here, to be a particularly important spot. So particularly important spots, in my opinion, are here, the curve around the nail.
We look the first one.
The first one is the point here, which is a fascinating point in so many, when you have it, it's a very interesting point. I think I've got a lot, there's a lot more to be learned about that. And then around here, and then sort of through here as well, but then it jams up again as it hits the first joint. That's why I say if we do most of our work between here and here, the rest will be easy. You get that done, it'll be fine. Okay, so I'm just feeling all this like crunchy, gritty stuff and just moving it along. And I could do it if I didn't have that moisture on the skin, I could do it just also like this. And it started to move.
I feel like I feel real tingly and stuff like up here
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, great.
Like a good tingly, and like in the bottom of my hand,
Yeah,
in the palm of my hand.
yep, fantastic. All right, and then I'll also come along and do this one in here, coming down to here. Which is again contributing to which bands? Inner wrist, yeah, and possibly a little bit to this seventh band here as well, which we could call upper or bottom of the little finger. Mostly, I think, inner wrist. Through here. And that's pretty tight in there, right there. This is the kind of work that's going to be so important for you as a massage therapist to have done to you. Obviously a javelin thrower, a guitar player, so many guitar players have got these incredibly tight hands, but massage therapists, okay, we get tight in here because we're doing similar sorts of movements of holding. You can see how my thumb can get pretty tight sometimes. So we can move the wrist like this, stretch it that way, and then go across that band. Nice clicks in the elbow. So I'm just going to hold that spot because that's obviously a 10 for her, and let her breathe into it, and then slowly move the arm. That's probably a major contributor there to her shoulder problems. And again, just watching that. So on this inner wristband, it comes through here, and on women, we stop just about here, okay? On men, we can continue, it'll come through into the chest. But even on a man, avoid the nipple. Yeah. But this is, you know, we don't really need to work much more than that through here. This is all starting to really loosen up now. Good breathing. Okay. Now we can come to the little finger. Be glad you only got 5 fingers on each hand, and that you're not an octopus. And this one's, you know, like I said before, this one's in better shape than the other ones, so we can kind of work it a bit quicker. Oh, there's definitely something going on right in there. So again, you can see why it would be hard to do a complete and thorough whole body treatment. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel exhausted.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to
From
breathe
your
for
4
half
fingers,
an hour.
yeah.
Really, think about it.
And we got a little click there.
Massaging that they do, not with this.
Yeah. Kind of useless. I mean, just slightly better than useless. Yeah. Okay. Again, caressing over those parts of the band.